Techno update. Subscribe now.
Cube Iplay 10 Review. Design and build. We would not go so far as to say this appears to be a premium device. In fact, we find its design rather odd. It's evidently designed to be used in portrait mode, with the app's shortcut and reasonably quiet stereo speakers found on the right, or in this case bottom, edge, but its size means the Cube is more comfortable to hold in landscape mode. The 16:9 aspect ratio feels odd when held in this manner, though we're more familiar with 4:3 tablet screens, but this widescreen ratio is well suited to movies. The screen itself is an IPS display, which is a technology known for its realistic colors and excellent viewing angles. It's also Full HD in resolution, which makes for sharp text and images. But this is rather a dull display and, despite what the manufacturer says, it is not easy to see in direct sunlight. Screen bezels are rather thick, which means the device is larger than it perhaps needed to be. All 10-in tablets are big, but at 267 by 168 by 9.5 mm and 608 grams, this one might be a bit chunkier than you'd like. We can't see an obvious reason for this, given that there is no physical home button, which also means no fingerprint scanner, and the photography tech is nothing special. In common with the Amazon tablets, you get a 2MP camera at the rear and a 0.3MP VGA webcam at the front. It'll do for video chat, but not much else. But then we can't image you taking too many photos on a device of this size. Hardware and performance. Inside the Cube is a quad-core MediaTek MTK8163 processor running at 1.3 GHz, which integrates the ARM Mali T720MP2 GPU. There's also 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. That's actually a better than average spec for a budget tablet, though it is by no means up there with tablets costing several times the price. We weren't able to run our usual Geekbench 4 benchmark on the Cube, but in Antutu it turned in a score of 36,890 points. That's around the same sort of level as the Galaxy A7, a mid-range smartphone from Samsung. That seems a strange comparison, but a tablet is after all just a phone with a larger screen and, usually, no SIM slot. In the Geekbench graphics test we recorded 11 FPS in T-Rex, 4 FPS in Manhattan and 3 FPS in Manhattan 3.1. We also recorded 16.4 in the Jetstream JavaScript test. None of these scores is anything to brag about. But whether this tablet is powerful enough for you really depends on what you want to do with it. It can handle casual games, video playback, web browsing and the sending of emails no problem. If you have in mind more intensive tasks, you might be better to look elsewhere, but be prepared to pay an awful lot more. The Cube covers all the standard connectivity bases, with dual-band 802.11n Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, GPS and OTG. It lacks support for NFC and cellular networks, but neither is a surprise at this end of the market.